Okay, so counterclockwise until the cathode ray. And then turn back. Go clockwise all the way around until you find the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. I'm not even sure if you can even interact with these locations that are coming up. Like the bicycle, the anchor, the feather, wheelbarrow. Because the path itself that we're traveling along isn't necessarily changing, right? But things along the way obviously change around. Alright, we're at the Bureau. Act 3, Scene 12. This is a long act. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Alright, let's go and talk to Homer again. Funky skeleton leg. Homer. Got the time, Homer? Hey, you see that cat over there? Got the time, Homer? Nah, you don't care about that. I gotta get this thing fixed. I'll just let it go, right? If she catches me asking you, I'll never hear the end of it. Alright, let's ring the bell. Okay, nothing. That's fine. Oh, no, hello. Hello! Hi, Lula. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. You're not too busy? Any word in the address? Nice place. It is, isn't it? Sometimes I forget. The acoustics in here have a way of grinding one down. The results just came in by courier. Good news! Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference their results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make it stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Are you going somewhere? Are you going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive, and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there, did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks and deep. Okay. Is there anything else we want to do here? No. Pretty sure we're good for our notes and whatnot. Alright, I guess we'll wait. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happened? What? Nothing? To Conway. Up to you. It's okay, you can tell them. It doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So, we were in that graveyard. Oh yeah, they haven't told us about that yet. Ooh, scene 13. Where the strangers come from. Oh, okay. So, am I controlling this? Yes, I am. Okay. Oh, we're seeing the other half of it now. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. I guess. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. Right, to the church. So we can sit. We'll look at the floor. Let's look at the floor. The church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. I see. Still. A handmade apparatus for the production of moonshine, assembled from scavenged metal and natural materials. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything actually left to do in the church, though. So I guess we'll sit for a bit. Very empty church. I don't know what I expected. Strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but you don't have to talk about it. What did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared suddenly, ran away, but we thought she was dead. You thought she was dead. Yeah. I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And then the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of grey. There's tape on the walls like markings and desks. A classroom maybe? The camera's in the corner, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room, and there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Fuzzy. Shannon coughs into her sleeve. Oh no! It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. You'd think with all these holes in the ceiling... What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Must have been the church settling. We should check outside. We should... Whoa! Okay. Ah. Well, alright then. Hello. Hi, stranger. Oh, and I've got a skeletal leg now as well. Oh, I'm controlling the skeletal man. Have a look at the visitors. The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawer echoes in the room. It is patient and sounds like it should be smiling. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you hear about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's the job? We're actually looking for some information. Do you know how to get to the bureau from here? What's the job? Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher. Show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Well, it's not an old church. Some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? And what's that smell? Like bread? Baking bread? Please, follow me. Alright. Mr. Skeletal Man. Ooh, what's this? I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety and adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. We don't wear glasses. So, that will be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. So, they've really not noticed anything about the leg then, have they? Alright. Ooh. I assume that's me causing my skeletal body to... Yeah, that is me. Talk to Earl. Hey Earl, this is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used casks to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics. Look at the wall. Schematics. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What job are they working? We actually just need to ask you about the computer. What formula? Oh, the formula. Changed our lives. Once, years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hand, reassessing amortization, and leverage asset distributions according to nightly merit decay. Then she stepped out of the dark caves to show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. Now we just plug our daily numbers into the formula and run it all through the adding machine. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructed us on all the necessary adjustments. It was devastating to see our revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides. What job are they working? I don't know that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. One of the foremen will find something for them to do. Chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here. Chipping away. That's what we're all doing. So you work here when you have debts to pay. Okay. Can't seem to walk any further towards those guys, so let's just sit them down here. Wow, check this stuff out. Must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. How do you think they keep it like that? You really like old electronics. Yeah, I've got it bad. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like it's such a shame to let it just fall into ruin, you know? Like the computer back in the cave, Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How can you just let that fall apart? Well, pretty easily. Entropy is a big thing. Oh! You activate... Okay, you activate and show more people. I see. They look kind of bored, though. Anyway. Down, 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 down. We're gonna drive along these trucks. The shuttle. Here's the fleet. Ha! Oh, we just use these to get around internally. How big is this place? No, what do you do here? Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, ad copy, that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. So, the trucks are just Easterways in shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. Oh no, I can't. Invisible walls! Yeah, okay. I suppose there's some limits. Let's go driving. So we can go to shipping. Okay. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be controlling this continually. Well, they've got a very awkward shuttle car thing going here, but alright. Let's go to shipping then, shall we? No? Can't go to shipping? Woo! Distillation. Ooh, what is that? Huh. Okay. Spirit safe. Confidentially. Don't let them catch you looking too closely here. Not within our purview. What's it for? Keeps us honest in the eyes of the state. Well, in the eyes of the management, anyway. We keep pretty well out of view down here. Not much chance of being spotted by a helicopter, eh? But if the law came knocking, we could say we were logging and securing our virgin spirits. We could say. Marvelous engineering, though, isn't it? I guess so. Alright. Well. Let's carry on a little bit further along. So I know we're eventually trying to head east. Aging. Ah, right. So these horseshoe points are for getting out of the truck. Look at the warehouse. Feel that draft of warmth like a summer breeze. This is the aging warehouse. How many casks have you got aging? Heated artificially. How many casks? I couldn't say exactly. Take a look at the inventory report later if you like. Plenty though. Of course, we only have half our aging stock in here at any given time. Most distilleries let their whiskey sit in casks through the cycle of seasons. In summer, the wood expands and the whiskey seeps in, picking up flavour. In winter, the wood contracts and squeezes the whiskey back out. Down here, there are no seasons. Each workday proceeds from the last in an unbroken chain of climate control. So, we make our own seasons. Each cask alternates in a weekly cycle between the cold ground upstairs and this heated warehouse. That's a smart way of doing it. I don't suppose there's anything else we can look at. Nope. Okay. Does make sense, though. Don't want to be driving around a massive warehouse for too long, I don't think. Okay. Follow the delineated path. Malting and bottling. Come on. There we go. Alright. Head down. This is where most of our staff ends up. What are they doing? Pretty modern equipment. What are they doing? Yeah. Checking the quality. Quality assurance. We used to bottle everything by hand, but these machines are marvelously effective. Made things a bit complicated for the workers. After all, the distillery can't just fire them. How then would they settle their accounts? But there's nowhere else to put them. They keep an eye on things here. Can't be paid as much just to watch, of course. Well, that's progress for you. Am I seeing automation taking over the lives of, you know, the Midwest America? Is that what's going on here? It might be, you know. Alright, is this the dead end for the buggy? For the shuttle? Or can we go even further? Yep, dead end, okay. Well, fair enough. Let's go this way then. Whoa, okay, lumberyard. Why are the coffins? It says cask, but these are coffins. Here's the charring yard. Vents pretty well, considering. This smell. This is why they call bourbon a comfort food. Smells nice. Those are empty, right? What? Oh, of course. We don't really consume them anymore. We tapped that source years ago. So they didn't used to be empty. That's a bit concerning, but okay. We build every cask by hand right here. It's tradition. But I like to think of our application of hands and hammers to the oak gives our stuff a kind of life. Well, that's what I like to think. Something to be said for that. They look like coffins. They do. That's tradition too, I suppose. And I'm sure it helps avert suspicion if a satellite catches us burying them upstairs. Because of course they're underneath a graveyard. Huh. Alright, well. Where to, shuttle? Where to? Okay. Guess that's everything so far. Oh, hello. Was that supposed to happen? I'm not so sure. Alright, well. Dum dum. Go back this way. Maybe there was another turn that I could have done earlier. To shipping? Go to shipping. Suppose I could have done this a lot earlier. Let's have a look at the truck. Here it is! Now, I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I drove deliveries for an antique shop up until this last run. Aha! Precious cargo. You'll do just fine. And you can drive. Safely, can't you? I haven't had any doubt now. It's only... after what happened with Miguel this evening? What happened with Miguel this evening? What happened with Miguel this evening? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment, or simply hits a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger. But if we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So, let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Yeah, pass your debts on to your next person who's on the thing. Doolittle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones from the dashboard speaker. 1020 on that loud, come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012, City Kitty. And Doolittle says, this is a good time, dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Hello. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. I could drive a truck like this. I'm not really here for a job. You folks know anything about a bolt? You folks know anything about a moldy old computer? 9-9 wheel holder, you gotta pay the water bill. Ah, so. I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? Okay, let's have a look at the headlights. Headlights work fine, see? Do a little fizzle with the controls. That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight. And dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Everything looks like a movie, it's all a bit softer. Drivers sleep in the day then? Conway had to get off the highway too loud to... What? Okay. Drivers sleep in the day then. Sure, those that sleep. Miguel pulled extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes he'd help me, you know? Sometimes over in bottling. He shouldn't have been out driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft light, dangerous. Headlights look pretty okay. Pretty okay. That they do. Moving on. That was a bit weird. Alright, let's have a look at the tires. Oh sure, I know you want to look. Kick the tires, that's the thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't it the way, eh? Tires look fine. Sure, they're big machines, but they can be fragile. They're big machines, but they can be fragile. Absolutely. Our truck deserves care and fearful respect, like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have that quality of deference. What kind of man was Miguel? As I always say of him, he was a good company. Many of us have found ourselves in his position, arrogantly grasping at personal sovereignty when our lives have become unmanageable. There's no shame in it, only condolence. Now, what else can we show you? Have a look at the wipers. Control the wipers with this knob here. Do little fiddles with the controls. They seem to have a decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. You folks watch the weather closely. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Have I mentioned I rarely if ever leave our facility? I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. People who live in the factory and are not allowed to leave. Or I'll have breaks. They ditch class for the day to drive in the rain. I'm sure the wipers are fine. Of course. What else then? Well, last thing is the back. Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? Of course, you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. And some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. Did Miguel load his own trucks? I shouldn't really do any lifting. Did Miguel load his own trucks? He did. It was a jealously guarded task for him. If I didn't know the man better, hear me now, I say if I didn't know the man better, I may have suspected he was skimming off the top. Sounds like a lot of work around here. It's in our interest, friend. After all, we must meet our financial obligations. Investors aren't happy if you don't meet them. The truck's radio crackles back to life. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. Ho, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Truck looks good. I'm driving. Well, I've been driving for a number of years. Decades, dispatch. 10:33 dispatch. We got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4, it down, back and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, then. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. I'm gonna stay silent. I'm not a wheel holder yet. Dispatch is addressing you. Into radio. He's here, dispatch. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. One more thing to show me, huh? Alright, well, let's drive back up to where we were. To park? They have a park here? No, it's just park in the same place I was before. Okay, well, that makes more sense. What's this thing about having greenery? Let's head back upstairs, eh? I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers about this stupid molded computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with a molded computer. That black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. It goes through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it. Squeeze and condense the angels share back into drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff. So we'd go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid, truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Since we stopped going down there, I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning it off the timing crystal. That'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs? Wow. Okay, we have context. Alright, all the way up. If you don't mind, put the hard hats back. Okay. Can kind of see what's going on here, somewhat. For the adding machine. Here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. Why is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Oh. Yes, I believe you do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't. It's customary right here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. He doesn't... Down the hatch. Vina Memoria More. Can I not drink? Because Ezra's there now. And so is Junebug. Yeah, I'm not drinking. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? He turned down this opportunity? It's not really an opportunity. She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, and there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep, by my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose, all of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs. Of course, the interest begins to compound immediately, and... well, we'll go over the formula when we get here. I didn't drink, though. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Right. So, I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. It's just the way these things go, kid. Yeah, just the way these things go. Huh. Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? So this is basically indentured servitude now, right? That's what we're getting at here? This is the social commentary that we're aiming for? Hey, look, the ferry's here. So what would be the thing that would just stop him from not doing that? Whoa. Hello. It's a woolly mammoth. Okay. End of Act 3. Cool. Alright, well, we made it. Made it to the end of Act 3, so there should be another interlude thing now? Here and there along the echo. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's go ahead and play that now.